All right, guys, here we are. It's time to go ahead and get the pit lit. Again, you guys know me. I'm using offset smoker that I built. Yeah, I built this thing. I know it looks cheesy, but hey, it's my first one. I built it a couple years ago out of some leftover material from the job site. I know it needs a little bit of work. As the more cooks I do on this, I'm figuring out things that I could have done better. But like I said, it is my first one. I'm just barely getting into it. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years into smoking. But not bad, not bad. It's something that's gotten me through. It's given me some great results. It's a good barbecue, but I'm learning, guys. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm a backyard barbecuer. I'm not no competitor. I'm not a teacher. I don't teach. I just cook, research, and share my experience with you guys. Okay, that's what this is right here, and that's what I'm doing. I love barbecue, man. I love food, and yeah, this is my passion right here. This is something I did. For you guys that are into ironworking, you guys know this is some leftover bend plate, 3/8 inch bend plate for the firebox right here. Hang tight, I'm gonna give you guys some dimensions. Hang tight. All right, here we are. Hopefully I can do this without dropping my phone. But like I said, this tank here, I think it's a 60-gallon stand-up compressor. You can see some of the fittings still are still here. Bought it off some guy from OfferUp. I don't know, $50 or some stuff. Took it apart, cut it up, made these hinges right here. Made those. It's really not that hard to make. Just some round hollow metal, and that's round solid stock, and that's it. And that's it, guys. That's what makes the hinges. You see that flat bar right here. 4x4 square tubing. Some more round stock solid here. These I bought from Amazon. Tell-True thermometers. You gotta have thermometers. I have several. Wireless thermometers, Bluetooth thermometers. When you're barbecuing, you gotta have that. I think, at least, you gotta know you're cooking to temperature, not to time. That's what I think. But yeah, that's it right there. Let me give you some dimensions on the firebox right here. So the width of it is about 20 inches right there. The depth of it is about 2 feet, and the height of it is about 18 inches. You guys can see that right there. Okay. I can fit some standard splits in there. Your splits are whatever you get them from the fireplace, the firewood supply store. They'll cut them a certain length, and these fit perfect. This firebox here fits those perfect. I made a little grate down at the bottom, so you get some airflow in it. And yep, there's my 433 right there. Ironworkers, what's up, guys? What's going on? But yeah, this is my rig right there. That's what I'm using for this cook. We got some St. Louis style ribs. I got some chicken wings, mango habanero, and regular buffalo flavor. Nothing hard, nothing complicated. Like I showed you guys at the beginning, all store-bought products. I can't do too much today. My arm is hurting a little bit. I just had orthoscopic surgery. I'm gonna be out. Doctor says probably about 6 months, up to a year, depending on how recovery goes, depending on how fast I heal. So I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. But yeah, guys, got a little grease trap down there. Catch all the grease, because all that grease got to go somewhere. It goes right there. Almost time to dump it out, almost. But yeah, guys, firing up the barbecue pit right here. We need to make this guy get up 250, 275, no more, 300, 375, no more. It might creep up to 400. Nothing scary, doesn't matter, it'll come down. Open up some vents. Door right here, or close it up. Put a damper up there, and you can control your temperature like that. I'm using all pecan wood. Wait a minute. Nope, I've got some oak right here, guys. This is oak right here. All my pecan back on the other side. This is all oak, red oak. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this up right there. All this is pecan right here. This one here, I bought a half cord from a local guy that has a fire log business. I think they're tree cutters in his family. They cut trees, and yeah, that's pretty smart. You know, whatever wood they can get from the trees that you can cook meats with, they'll chop it up like this. This is your regular. That's what a common split here looks like right here, guys. That size right there, and this fits perfectly into the smoker that I built right there. So yeah, guys, that's where we're at right there. It's a little rundown on the offset smoker that I'm using. This is what an offset smoker looks like. This is basic. This is bottom of the barrel, guys. This is you can't get any basic than this. But this is what I enjoy. I like doing this because I like to sit right here, right there with a chair, sipping on coffee. Sometimes I get out here at 4 in the morning and just sit right here and just hang out and barbecue, guys. So the way an offset smoker works is you have a firebox right here. It's indirect heat, by the way. Indirect heat means the heat source, it's not on the cooking chamber. This is the cooking chamber right here. You have different temperature variations inside this cooking chamber. Okay? Obviously, since this is the firebox, this is where the fire comes from. Right here, as you guys can see. There it is right there. I'm firing it up right now. That's the firebox right there. That's what I'm using to light it up. Okay? I'm using real splits, real wood splits. I'm not using pellets. That's 100% red oak. I've got pecan also. But this is how an offset smoker works. You have a firebox right here. That's your fire. You have a cooking chamber right here. That's your cooking chamber. You have different temperature variations. Obviously, this side here is a hotter side. It's closer to the fire source. Okay, your fire, your smoke, and your heat all come this way. Here comes up the hole that's right in here. The connection goes in here. Does what it does. It all circulates in there. And then, as all you guys know, 6th grade math, heat rises. It's got to go up and out the vent right here. This is what you call a smoke collector right here on an offset smoker. If this was a reverse flow, this wouldn't be here, it would be blocked off, and then it would go back out here, and that vent would be right here coming back out. So it would come out of here, in here, put it in reverse, go back out here and come out that way. But it's not. This is just a regular offset smoker. Okay, and there's a science to this, guys. There's a real science. There's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. But I've been happy with it. It's you know, I'm no expert. I'm researching it. I'm trying to figure it out. And every cook I do, I take notes and I implement that into my next cook. But this little rig here makes great ribs, man. It makes great ribs. But anyways, as I was telling you guys, that's how an offset smoker works. It's indirect heat. On a regular barbecue pit, you would have your hot coals down at the bottom right there. All your fire would be right there. That would be direct heat. That's mostly like a Weber regular grill works, guys. All your fire is directly on the bottom of it. That's a direct heat, and this is an indirect heat cooking apparatus. Right, it's a smoker, offset smoker. That's what it is right here, and that's how they work. You have various vents on some of the fancy ones, some of the fancy smokers, all throughout this area right here. But I don't think I need them for this one right here. This is smaller. The only vent I need, and the purpose of vents is to control the temperature on it. You want to make it rise up, you want to make it settle down, cool down a bit, you would work your vents either here or your damper up there on the top. But all I need is this guy right there, the door. If it gets out of hand for me, I just close it. If I want to make it hotter, I open it up all the way. And I can also put a blocker up there, a damper up on top of the vent, and that will also make it cool down. So yeah, guys, that's it. We're getting this pit up temperature. As you guys can see, it's up to 400 up here. Hot side, 300 some over here on the cool side. But yeah, that's how an offset smoker works, guys. Very different from a pellet smoker. Plug it in, set your temperatures, and you go to sleep, which is pretty cool. It's nice, but I like the therapy that this comes with. This sitting down here, sipping your coffee, you know, you own your thoughts. Much like some guys like to go out and fish. They just go out there, sit in a little boat, cast a line, have a beer, just them and their thoughts. All right, guys, bring you guys back. This is almost up to temperature. See you in a bit.